Thank you. Let's sit down, please. The chairs for this meeting, Your Excellency Madam Joa Howard Taylor, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Madam First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Madam Fatima Madabio, Ministers of Government, Honorable Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, development partners, advocates, friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. If we are still good afternoon. I'm delighted to join over 900 delegates from over 51 countries who have spent the last couple of days here. It seems Africa is in frequent to discuss sexual reproductive health rights. Thank you, Purposeful, for organizing one of the largest international conferences in Britain on such an important topic. You've done a great job. The conference's chief patron, our own, a very special thank you. Thank you, Madam. She has been tireless in working with partners to champion the causes of girls and women. She has given a voice to girls and women in the nether place reaches of our country. We thank you for your great work and for transforming and promoting the image of our country as a place that cares and does things about women's issues. I hope too that these delegates have discovered for themselves what is on offer in Africa. Have you? No? The rain has not permitted you. I can hear the chuckles. Some of it mischievous though. If I were you, I would also indulge in the beauty, rich culture, breathtaking beaches, delicious cuisine, and vibrant nightlife in one of Africa's most beautiful cities, Freetown. I hope you have caused no trouble so far. But amidst the fun, Sierra Leone has been the center of bold actions and visions for making the lives of our girls and the women better. We have led by example to tackle sexual violence in this country and to do something about structural inequalities that limit how far our women can go. We are determined to break a culture of violence against women and girls. We are relentless because this is a fight for the moral core of our humanity. We believe that we can win that fight and achieve the promise of a better future for our girls and women if we work together. We can achieve a bold vision for the safety and dignity of our girls and women. We are all of us, responsible for breaking the culture of violence, silence, and impunity. This is why I'm so delighted to see here today citizens from across the continent, including such a large youth delegation. I'm pleased to see distinguished dignitaries from Liberia, Nigeria, the Gambia, etc. Members of my cabinet, some of whom are here, honorable members of parliament, development partners, the United Nations family, the private sector, and a rich tapestry of civil society organizations. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for staying engaged. Our collective outreach as a nation, activists, civil society women, women's groups, chiefs, communities, other stakeholder groups, the entire nation, and the persistent advocacy for your conference chairperson, chief patron, the First Lady of Sierra Leone have all borne outcomes that are globally recognized. We followed our declaration of rape and sexual violence in national emergency in Sierra Leone with a full-bodied review of the Sexual Offences Act. The law is now one of the toughest in the world. We set up specialized sexual offences model courts that have convicted more offenders than ever in the history of this country. We also locked sexual offenders up in jail for some of the longest periods in the world. But we also have focused on the welfare of the survivors. We have included in our response package one-stop centers, medical treatment, other facilities, and psychosocial care to deal with the aftermath of the ordeal. In addition, we as a government supported nationwide advocacy by the First Lady, Hands Off Our Girls campaign, and partnered with civil society groups and development partners to deal with other elements of sexual violence and injustice. At the global stage, we have sponsored the United Nations resolution on survivor rights and justice, and we have tirelessly associated with global voices against sexual, gender, and gender-based violence. We do so because we believe that we need to engage the minds of our young people and develop modern global citizens with ideas and values of respect, dignity, and inclusion for all. This is why I've been so passionate and committed to a human capital development agenda for Sierra Leone. At the center of our free quality education component of our agenda are civic education and sexual and reproductive rights. Comprehensive policies such as radical inclusion, pregnant girls in school, parent planners, 17 years of fully sponsored STEM education for girls, comprehensive safety, gender parity, and other transformative policies are associated with Sierra Leone at the global stage. We have removed institutional and structural frameworks that exclude or discriminate against girls, especially pregnant girls, children from poor backgrounds, children in the rural areas, and children with disabilities. Last summer, I joined other world leaders in discussing girls in education. This week in Paris, I engaged a high-level steering committee at UNESCO that I co-chair with the Director General of UNESCO to call for transforming education, especially for girls. These strategic global alliances follow the crafting of the Freedom Manifesto on transforming education. We do all this at the national and global stage because we want to nurture an inclusive society where girls grow up to know and believe that they have equal rights and they are guaranteed in law, respected by their communities and men. And they can, and we all wish to be a society that empowers them and gives them opportunities to attain a brighter future. This is why we are taking a bold step to guarantee more political representation and participation, proportional and just access to resources, protection and justice, more proactive and women-centric policies across government, and pushing through Parliament the first gender empowerment and women's equality bill. If our women and girls should share in the great promise of tomorrow, if they should be partners in building just, peaceful, and inclusive societies, we must and should end rape and sexual violence in our lifetime. We must advance women's political participation and move towards breaking all glass ceilings for girls in our country. The Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Bill will guarantee a minimum 30% quota of women for all elected and appointed positions across all levels of government. We cannot build the promise of our nation when women continue to be shut out of decision-making from the village to the parliament and everywhere in between. I continue to urge the Parliament of Sierraleone, to follow the lead of my cabinet to pass this long overdue legislation. You may have seen the signs of the National Menstrual Hygiene Campaign as you have traveled across Britain. We are campaigning as a nation that menstruation is and can no longer be a source of shame and exclusion for girls. I want it to be a norm that an African man, an African leader, I can and should speak freely and publicly about menstruation because there is no shame in menstruation. The only shame is that our girls continue to be held back and left behind, shut out of classroom for over 80 days of a year. We must act now to remove the stigma, and the national government must work to provide safe and affordable sanitary products for our girls. As stated earlier, we have complemented this with a progressive sexuality education component, and a national curriculum that is science and evidence-based. It will ensure that all our children can access the tools and the information they need to make informed choices about their lives and their bodies. At a time in the world when sexual and reproductive rights for the women are either being overturned or threatened, we are proud that Sierraleone can once again lead with progressive reforms. My government has unanimously approved a safe motherhood bill. This bill will include a range of critical provisions to ensure the health and dignity of all girls and women of reproductive age in this country. Friends, let us pledge to continue working to create the world we all dream of. An equitable world free of violence against every girl and women. We must make courageous, evidence-based, and audacious choices as leaders and as citizens if we are to build a country of inclusion, dignity, and safety for everyone. As leader, I have done and will continue to do what I do to protect and promote the rights, because it matters to me that girls and women across the country can grow up in safety and dignity. It matters to me that the girls can receive equal and quality education, good health, while they know they have assured access to resources, services, and opportunity. It matters to me that our daughters can step into their roles as political and community leaders, entrepreneurs, doctors, scientists, and prepare this nation on the path of sustainable development of this country. Fellow citizens of Africa and leaders of the continent, I invite all of you to join us as we set out to achieve this bold and progressive vision for our shared future. To the young people who have presented to us, we have heard you, and we share your concerns and aspirations. We will do all we can about our shared ambitions. To our development partners, I urge you to join us to act boldly and with purpose, like purposeful. To our delegates who have deliberated, I urge all of us to leave this conference inspired by what we know now, moved by common desire to be part of making this bigger dream come true. I commit the full support of my government as we give flesh to this collective vision and implement these strategies to achieve the promise of a better tomorrow. Thank you for visiting us. I wish you all safe travels back to your respective destinations. Bye-bye.